Hi everyone, welcome back to the gameplay of BTD6. Let's continue with the new intermediate map Bazaar. Right now I'm going to show you Chimps, and I'm going to show a gameplay reducing RNG as much as possible and achieving the black border. I'm going to go with Obyn as a hero for the very simple reason that in every map where you're going to have obstacles, line of sight, blockage and all the stuff, Obyn is one of the strongest heroes. His attacks can go through obstacles, he can pop black balloons, he has brambles, the totems, wall of trees. His utility is just insane, so I think Obyn is always a very good choice every time you're playing on a map like this one. And yeah, now let's start with the triple nut monkey. So this nut monkey closest to the bottom, and then with the range just cutting the leg of this chair. You can see it right there. Then this monkey closest to the bottom, the line of sight here, the head of the monkey just continuing the right side of the path, and then dropping here another that monkey closest to the top in this case, so it's slightly different from the other one. You can see that this one is closer to the top in strong. Now another thing they recommend you to do is whenever the balloons are coming from the bottom, get this monkey to last, and the opposite one in first. Instead, when the balloons are coming from the top side, get this monkey in last and the other one in first. This is gonna allow you to get that extra pierce to pop like 1 or 2 more balloons, and yeah, that can make the difference between winning and losing. You're not gonna need any upgrades. You're not gonna need to get any other tower until the end of round 9, where you're gonna be able to place Obyn right away. So yeah, just doing this nice trick is quite nice. The only change is in round 9, you're gonna get this monkey in strong. So instead of last, is in strong. It's gonna be all the time changes between the rounds, so you don't need to change in the round. So there is no micro involved, and yeah, that's it. So that's Obyn. Placed closest to the duck monkey, place the same distance from the top and from the bottom side, so you cover the same amount of area. So right there should be good. And now just having every duck monkey in strong. But yeah, from this point on, it's not gonna be that important that duck monkey is targeting. And now there is only one round that you have to be careful. It's round 15, and I'm gonna show you 2 different scenarios that may happen, and depending on which one you're gonna do 2 different things. So it all starts in round 14. You're gonna use brambles as soon as round 14 starts, and then in round 15 you're gonna do the same. Now depending on where you're gonna have brambles in round 14, and then in round 15 you may need to do something different. So in this case, you can see I had brambles down there, and that's all you need, because you just need brambles to pop some of those yellows and greens, and it's all good. So round 15 here, use brambles, right? If you have brambles in the top side like this, very close to the balloons, those brambles are gonna be consumed, so you're gonna need to place a ninja anyway. So just drop the ninja, Obyn in strong, and ninja first, and I just need to pop the yellows into greens, and then these duck monkeys can take care of them. But yeah, it's important placing this ninja, because otherwise, if you have bad RNG in round 15, so you have brambles like it happened, you're gonna lose like 100%. So just change Obyn to strong, ninja to first, and that should allow you to pop the pinks in round 15. Then round 17, just use brambles. So as soon as the round starts, use brambles. And in round 18, you should have brambles back up again before the last cluster of greens, and you're gonna use brambles again. Depending on if you're lucky or not, you're gonna have still the brambles from 17 on, or maybe if you got unlucky around 17 you had brambles like up here, then around 18 you should have them back down there. So you just need one set of brambles and that's it. Then now here Heli, very important. The Heli can just target everywhere. You don't have to worry about obstacles, line of sight, and yeah, it's just a tower that I like. And especially when we talk about the Black Border run, I think it's one of the most reliable ones is with the Heli, so with the Apache Prime. You have already placed the ninja for round 24, so I'm gonna just get the Heli here 100, getting more darts and just doing more damage. And then a very simple thing that I'm gonna do is, instead of upgrading the ninja, I'm gonna get a village, and I'm gonna get the village with camo detection. So I'm gonna be able to survive round 33, giving camo detection to Obyn and to the Heli. And so I'm gonna be saving the cash in upgrading the ninja. So because I'm not gonna upgrade the ninja, I'm gonna be saving up the cash in that way. So yeah, that's just the difference. And because of the fact that I'm gonna place this village anyway, you know, later on, I just thought it might be the best to just get the village early, get camo detection, and then you're good to go. Now I'm gonna just place this village closest to the top and to the right. So closest to Obyn and to the right. Alright, here we go. Obyn can already pop Bloons, so you don't need any extra, like a sniper or any extra thing to pop Bloons. You're gonna just need to wait with the Heli until Obyn can pop those LEDs, set Obyn to strong, and now for round 28, I also recommend you, as soon as you pop the first Bloon, just use brambles, because many times those ton of pinks can get past the Heli. The Heli may attack in a bad way, so you may have like a pink sneaking past. So reducing RNG once again by using brambles as soon as you can pop those LEDs. If you have bad RNG, so you pop the LEDs and then brambles are dropped up here, then just be careful that you can place the Heli correctly. You should be able to survive without the Heli, but and without brambles. I mean, without brambles around 28, but it's just the best to just use them just in case. And then here, yeah, around 32, you're gonna get the village 0 to 0, and yeah, that's easy. So the Heli, it's in range of the village. Just be careful when you place the village to do that. And now also Obyn has camo detection. So for example, around 36, more camos. Around 37, you're gonna also have Obyn that's gonna attack those camos other than the Heli. So now getting the Heli 202, they have changed it now. The these two upgrades in the bottom path. Now the first upgrade is gonna just increase the dart speed in the air, so the projectile speed. Instead, the second upgrade is gonna increase the attack speed. Of course, it's much better getting attack speed, but yeah, now you're forced to get projectile speed as well. Before we could get the Heli 401 and we could survive like that. Now it's not anymore possible. Now round 35, place brambles, alright, for the rainbows, and then they should also be helpful for these pinks. And then as soon as you have brambles of cooldown, just use brambles again, and then get the Heli 302, and that should be enough for this round. And you can place an alchemist here, now closest to the Heli, but very important, having also Obyn in range, because you're gonna also buff Obyn with this alchemist, right? So you're gonna give the buff not only to the Heli, so you're gonna prioritize the Heli, but then you're gonna also give it to Obyn. And now round 38 is where you need to be a little careful, because you just want to get this upgrade with the Alchemist as fast as possible. Alchemist is strong, and yeah, these LEDs sometimes may cause you some problems, so just spam the upgrade. You should be giving the blue red off to the Heli, and then that's it. So that's the only thing you need to do. And then round 39, at the beginning, use Brambles, and then you're gonna be able to use Brambles again in round 40. So if you're lucky, you have Brambles in a good position. You may have this set of Brambles surviving for round 40. If not, don't worry, it's the same. You just need to get this village to 0, and this guarantees pretty much that even if you have very bad RNG for round 40, you're gonna still be able to pop the Moab and all the ceramics inside. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Next is getting this Alchemist 400, and that should give a stronger brew to the Heli and also to Obyn. So why not, let's exploit the fact that the Alchemist can buff up to 2 different towers, and remember that buffing 2 different towers is not gonna reduce in any way the buffing speed given to the Heli. So yeah, just remember that. And now the next thing is getting the Heli 402. Right, so Apache Darkship. It seems quite expensive, but for around 52 you should be able to afford it, or 53, I don't remember. I think it's 52. You can always use Brambles if you want to. For example, around 47 I'm going to use Brambles, but it's not needed. Like it's just some extra damage. You may have Brambles placed in the correct spot, but it's not needed. With the Heli, Alchemist, with Obyn and the Ninja, you have already enough damage to destroy all the ceramics and to survive regardless. Now round 48, another thing I recommend you to do is start placing some Brambles, preparing for round 49. If you're lucky, you're gonna have Brambles in the top. If anything, you're gonna have some more Brambles just in case. So it's not a bad idea. So in this case, I have one set of Brambles in the top for these ceramics. I may be able to set another one down. Yep. And yeah, that definitely helped me out. But you can still attack the Bloons in all this portion and until the very end. So don't worry. Even if you don't have such good RNG with Brambles, you're gonna still be able to pop everything regardless. Round 50 as well, just spam Brambles, so whenever it's ready, just place them. Yeah, should be fine. Round 51, it's good, and then for round 52, Heli 420. Just place Brambles, why not? But I'm gonna get the Heli here upgraded, so yeah, here we go. And now I can start going faster. And yeah, just like this, already around 63, it's doable. Around 65, 75. The only problem is around 78, as always, because those 2 ceramic rushes are a little heavier. There are many ceramics, so I'm gonna show you what to do to once again just trying to reduce RNG. Yeah, actually the solution, I may just place it right now because it's gonna be the same. I'm gonna drop here a Heli, another one, and this one is gonna be a 030 Heli. So I'm gonna control the Heli, so you don't need to like spend this top path upgrade, at least not now. And you're gonna use the blowback effect in around 63, but more especially in around 73 75, 76, 77, and 78. So just make sure to have the heli on top of the balloons, and that is gonna create the blowback effect. And yeah, you don't really need it for this round, so that's why I'm gonna just keep the heli here in the center. But definitely, for example, round 63, it can just help you out. It's gonna make the round a little easier. So I'm gonna start placing some Brambos around 62, preparing for round 63. Having some extra damage is always a good idea. But the helis already should do enough damage, so you don't really need to worry about that. So once again, have the heli just on top of the ceramics, so on top of the balloons that may be able to get past. That is gonna proc the blowback effect, and that's all you need. So just like this. And yeah, you're gonna do this same thing for round 76, for round 77, 78. So the blowback is very important. Another thing that you can do for round 78 that I think I'm gonna also get it right now is gonna be getting this Ninja 002. Actually 012, so I can also have the destruction proc from the Ninja, and having also the Caltrops down. It's just some extra damage, so why not? Just remember to have the heli with the blowback on top of the ceramics. If you have that, that is gonna create the blowback effect. This ninja later on is gonna be a 042 ninja, so it's gonna be a Sabo ninja. That's why I didn't upgrade the top path. That way I can really use every single tower that I have placed. Is gonna be of some use for the late game, other than the dark monkeys, of course. Alright, so the only thing changing right now is the fact that Obyn is leveling up. So he's level 13, should be level 14 for around 75. So you're gonna have more damage. And also another thing I recommend is once round 74 starts, just spam Brambos. So you're gonna have some extra defenses for round 75, and then around 75 spam Brambos, so that you have some Brambos maybe surviving for round 76 and so on. Yeah, in this way it's pretty simple, it's pretty easy, no RNG involved, and if RNG was involved, I try to show you the best scenarios to still minimize it and to still be able to keep on with the black border. So this is round 74, so let's start spamming Brambos. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so let's just have the blowback heli on top of these mobs, on top of the ceramics. The other heli will move out of the way, so the important thing is just blowing this ceramic backwards, especially these ones out of the double stack of BFBs. So right here, and here we go, nice. And do the same here for these other BFBs and mobs. Going backwards, 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 and backwards. Right, that's the last one. Nice. Around 76 as well, doing the same. just be careful not creating a regrow, a farm regrow. So just be careful about that. And now wall of trees, you can use wall of trees if you want to, but it's not needed. And remember that using wall of trees is actually going to make you lose cash, so every time that you can survive without using wall of trees is better. So I think just using the heli with the blowback efficiently is just enough, so you don't really need the wall of trees. Alright, dropping brambles once again, around 78. And once again here, wait for the ceramics and then just follow the ceramics and try to blow them backwards, right? So just being on top of the ceramics, blow them backwards, you're gonna keep on blowing them backwards, and yeah, that's it. Keep on spamming brambles, right? The extra damage is gonna be welcome. And Obyn is level 15. Especially the second rush, because it's camo, it's a little bit more annoying, even if all the towers in the left have camo detection. So just make sure that you do the job with the heli. Keep on having the heli on top of the ceramics, blowing them backwards like this, and yeah, just blowing them backwards, and boom, that's it. So that was the best setup I was able to find for round 78. And remember, you also had the ninja, the caltrops. Now here, be careful with the blowback heli, because you don't want to create a regrow farming once again. There are some rainbow balloons, so yeah, just be careful about that. And then here for this last BFP, they should actually be able to afford the Apache Prime. Just use brambles here once, blowing this plasmas backwards. Oops, I can see. And that's the Apache Prime. There we go. And now very simply, yeah, once you get the Apache Prime, you have enough damage to survive all these rounds. So I'm gonna just get this heli now 230, so the computer will manage it. So I have my mouse free, and very simply what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get a overclock. So I'm gonna start overclocking Apache Prime, making it stronger. Then I'm gonna get an MIB. The Apache Prime should be able to damage the DTs always, but Obyn can't, and the other heli can't. So this way, just by getting an MIB, I'm gonna be able to maximize the damage on the DTs. Here we go, that's overclock. And yeah, let's get MIB. Then next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this Ninja 2 Bloon Sabotage. And then very likely, yeah, I may get some Alchemist 030 as well, to just create some explosions and to pop more mob class plus. So for example, I don't know, can I place it? No. I'm gonna drop it right here. So I'm not even using overclock, but definitely if I wanna survive these rounds a little faster, I'm gonna pop the balloons faster, definitely using it. So the 030 Alchemy is right there. Also here in range of Obyn, possibly, to have the extra pierce and extra range. Nice here. Okay, strong 030. I don't really think you need the bottom path upgrade. So let's keep on overclocking this. Let's get this Bloon Sabotage. And then for round 100, I'm gonna very simply just get a 040 sub. yeah, using first strike capability to destroy the BAD, the last stage, and that should be it. Do I want to get another sabotage, or can I just get another, like yeah, another overclock seems too much. So I'm gonna very simply just drop another. I'm gonna get another Bloons sabotage, another sabo. And let's get this. Yeah, let's get another Alchemist here, 402. And let's start building finally the first strike capability. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I can just get here advanced intel, and I can have the ballistic missile cover the entire map. So that could be a thing I could do. So yeah, let's just get here advanced intel so I can exploit the ballistic missile. Now let's use here one Bloons sabo at the beginning of round 98. Let's use now Overclock, and that should be it. So let's get here first strike capability. Alright, you can see I haven't used Wall of Trees once in the whole gameplay. Now here using again Sabo, Overclock, and this is the BAD. So just dropping it to the last layer, counting up to 3, and should be done. So that's the last layer. So now here we go. So that's Chimps, guys, Black Border. I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.